Hello everyone, my name is David Maupin. I was born in Rushville, Indiana, and I grew up in a small farming community just outside of town. I'm currently a freshman at Ivy Tech Community College. I'm working towards an associate degree with the computer networking concentration. Now I remember when my interest in computers first began. I was 11 years old, the year was 1986, and a friend of mine was getting a new computer. I was at his house when his parents brought it home, and I remember being really excited because I'd never used a computer before. Well, as it turns out, none of us had ever used a computer before, and I think we were all a little intimidated by it. But after looking through the manuals and examining the components carefully, we had the computer up and running. It seemed to start up okay, but then it stopped with this screen that had a letter flashing in the upper left-hand corner, and none of us knew what to do. So we looked through the manuals and tried some of the things. We tried the disks, and nothing seemed to work. We were all starting to feel a little frustrated, and were talking about taking it back to the place where they'd bought it from. Well, I sat down with the manuals and I read through each of them from cover to cover, and then I was looking through one of them for a second time, and I discovered that what we needed to do was change drive letters so that we could access the information that was on the disks and install the programs. So I followed the instructions just as they were listed and had the computer up and running. Everyone was excited and wondering how I'd done it, so I explained it to them, and before long each of us was able to change drive letters and then access the information on that drive. My interest in computers continued, and in high school I took some computer classes and also attended vocational classes. Vocational classes was a really good program. It was junior and senior year, 3 periods a day, and I really learned a lot of useful information there that I still use to this day. Well, after high school, I kind of lost touch with computers because I didn't have one, and I didn't have enough money to get one. And one day I was at a yard sale and I found an old computer. I wound up getting it for $10. It was an outdated computer, but it had a lot of disks with it that had updated information on them, so I was able to keep up with some of the changes in technology in that way. Well, I've had many computers since then, and currently I have 6 with enough parts to build several more. One thing I am worried about is I hope working with computers for a living doesn't take the fun out of it, because as they say, a man who loves his job will never work a day in his life. Thank you all for listening, and have a great day.